This month, as part of YAWP Exploring Storytelling in Comedy, we spoke to comedian/storyteller Jon Bennett. After starting in stand-up, Jon transitioned into storytelling and ran storytelling nights in Melbourne for several years. He achieved success at international festivals and now tours 6 shows internationally. Since he's currently in New Orleans, here's what he had to say over Skype. How do you categorise yourself? Do you say that you're a storyteller? Do you call yourself a comedian? How do you describe yourself?
It depends. Sometimes I just say touring performer because that's easier.
Okay.
Or I say I do narrative-based storytelling comedy hour-long shows.
Right.
Yeah.
Does
But I also do stand-up, so it's like I do stand-up shows as well, so yeah.
Do you find that you have a different approach to traditional stand-up than storytelling?
I try to do, with my shows at least, I try and come up with an idea that is a true thing that has happened, and then I make a story, and then I put jokes in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I sort of use my stand-up to make my stories more interesting. My stand-up is a lot of just like stupid poems, and so I've still got my background in stand-up that I can go to, and depending on an audience, sometimes I might say, do you guys want to hear a story? If the audience is up for it, I'll tell them a story if they can concentrate long enough.
Do you find that there is a big difference between, say, stand-up audiences and maybe the storytelling audiences?
Yeah, definitely. The storytelling audiences in specific storytelling shows or like a festival show that I'm doing, they're far more willing to go along. They seem a lot more sort of supportive. They're a bit more enthusiastic, I feel.
Right.
I feel like with storytelling, there's less pressure on both the performer and the audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas with it's immediate. It's like you need to be funny. You have to impress them. Whereas in storytelling, there's less of that.
As a storyteller, you have really good pacing with like drama and then comedy and then twists and subtexts. Are there any storytelling theories or techniques that you subscribe to or use to bring your stories together?
It's similar to stand up in a way where I use a lot of callbacks and references to something I've said, 45 minutes ago that's been forgotten, and then say it again towards the end, and it all comes back, and it's that recognition thing that the audience goes, oh, I remember that, and that sort of creates a laugh. So I do use a lot of callbacks.
Yeah.
I use a lot of multimedia and pictures and videos and stuff.
So you said that a lot of your stories were based in truth and in your own experiences. How do you kind of navigate between being honest and being entertaining?
Well, I think that's what people relate to. People relate to honesty. So I think that's the most entertaining thing. That's where a lot of comedy lies, in honesty, be it stand-up or storytelling. It's the guys who, tell truths about whether society or whatever. Honesty is where comedy lies, I feel.
And many of your stories are based like on your family and experiences around there. Do you ask them for permission? Like, are there any stories that they're just like, no, you cannot tell that?
No, they haven't done that. The one about my brother was a bit difficult to. I mean, I did ask him, and he said it was all right, but they never know what's going to happen until they see the show. You see, so it's then they're just like, oh, okay, and it's very funny. Like sometimes they like it, and sometimes they don't. But I do always make sure they know what